Marvel Contest of Champions news time. And first of all, before I go anywhere, I'd like to thank everybody for their recent support on my 1 year special video. It meant a lot to me, a lot of kind of like lovely positive messages that people have been sending me, so I really appreciate you guys. You're just so fantastic, you're just smashing it. I've been really busy. I've been doing some stuff I can't really talk about. I'll talk about it when everything comes to fruition, but some really exciting news personally for myself, but at the same time I'm still rocking and rolling with the channel, and that's the main thing. There's a lot of stories to go into today, and especially not all of them are going to be incredibly positive about the developer and the game. There's a lot of negativity, and a lot of people have reached out to me to kind of make bigger awareness of certain things, so we'll kind of cross those little bridges when we come to them. But let's jump into the news. First story up is all about Deadpool, or Goldpool as it seems. There's a lot of stuff with regards to this that I missed out yesterday because I only had like time to skim it just quickly because I was doing the dad jokes challenge. But the main thing to really say is the 4-star Deadpool is back. So if you have one, it's going to be incredibly slashed and devalued because there's doing a new arena which, hey, you need to buy special packages to get a special ticket. And it's like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory, but it feels like Willy Wonka in Kabam's game effectively, because that's what you got to do. You got to get the ticket by paying your money. It's about £10, it's $9.99, it's €9.99, whatever country, whatever denomination, currency and thing. That is what you got to get in order to get into this. And the first people to come, or the people to get 200 placement, do mean that, hey, you get the Deadpool, but as well you get entered into the gold member arena to get your chance at getting a 5-star gold pool. It just seems like one big head F because what the hell's going on? But wait, it gets a little bit better. I was going to say it gets really better. It doesn't. It gets a teensy bit better because the gold crystals being adapted for this special event. It does mean you get double the payouts and get a chance to get a gold Deadpool, the 5-star version, which is kind of cool, but obviously the drop rates are going to be razor thin for that. Hopefully the gold payouts do feel a lot better for players, especially because, you know, people have been shouting out for gold. I'm not necessarily thinking it solves the gold issue that we have in game with regards to resource grinding, but I think that it does something. Next story up, and I want to shed a little light on this particular Majik bug issue that we've been seeing around. So this is the Reddit post here. I strongly suggest going to the link in the description, and all the links, the things I discuss on Marvel Contest of Champions news can be found in the description. Make sure you go and take a thorough look on this particular post, all about the fact that, hey, some things have changed with regards to Magik and how the SP2 works and how you then get back power. Like I said, there's a lot of detail to this, but there's more to the story that meets the eye. Now, flash forward a bunch of hours till today, and this moment in time, at the point of recording this video, a response has been given to us by Kabam Mike on the subject that basically says that no changes have been made to Magik. So this could either be positively saying that, hey, for whatever reason, there is actually a bug. And the fact is that it's normal for her to get 1 bar of power. I'm not 100% sure on this because there's been a lot of different types of reports on this. Even Kabam Mike says this in his post here, that he's a bit kind of like unsure about, like, some people have been saying one thing and some people have been saying the other. Either way, the games team are looking into it. So fingers crossed that whatever we knew Magik to be like, that we enjoy, is then back to normal and nothing really happens that's going to be scary or making us go, hey, we've had enough of this. Next up, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that came out for mine and Dave's dad joke challenge. And obviously the jokes were incredibly terrible, but there's some incredibly decent banter, and that's the main thing. Like, a lot of people weren't really interested with the jokes and they were like, oh, that's not funny. But the banter that we had in between those jokes and kind of the things we were talking about and how we're interacting with chat, I think is well worth a watch. And yeah, I did actually get Dave demonetized because I swore once. I also incited filth probably about 2 or 3 times, but hey, that's just me. Like, I'm quite an edgy guy, so, you know, having me on a channel like that, that's very kind of like family friendly. You know, you can't bring DC to a Marvel film or franchise, or Disney, whatever. Either way, it's well worth a watch. Go to the link in the description and give it like your time, because it is a class thing. And thank you very much to Dave and all of his lovely subscribers for making me feel like home. Do you like beta testing? Well, you're in luck, because we've got some beta testing coming up for you. Is this going to be a secret nerf of, or not a secret, but a nerf of dexterity, or is it going to be a buff of dexterity? A change that's going to be really frustrating. The same thing with Mystic Dispersion. Is it going to be positive or incredibly negative? Either way, we will find out about this fairly shortly with regards to people doing the beta testing of these two things. My own opinion, if they actually, and I've kind of like highlighted something here that says, if this does actually improve the game, then that is fantastic. If this does not improve the game and enrages a community that is at the moment, they're pretty much on the point of breaking. Like, there's a lot of rumblings of like negative vibes. There's a lot of complaining on the forums at the moment with regards to lots of different things. And it's going to be, like I said at the start of MCC News, it's going to be a very kind of focused on a lot of negative stuff. If I can find positive, I'll find positive. But I just want to make you as transparent and clear about what is going on in game. And a lot of people are unhappy for whatever reason. So please, Kabam, sort this out with regards to an improvement. Not a nerf, not a kind of like a serious like bad change for Mystic Dispersion and Dexterity, because even though Dexterity isn't, you know, amazing, it's good to a degree, but would they improve it? I would like that. Mystic Dispersion, if they could add more power to it, great. If they want to take power away, ooh, you're gonna get it. This sort of leads me on to my next story, and this is all about changes. And yeah, okay, like changes, because I do things with regards to management. I understand about change management and how that works and stakeholders, you know, and all that professional BS that people like talk about. But the fact is, there are going to be people that will welcome change and those that will not welcome change. But with that, you also have to understand that if you change something that maybe somebody has paid in for, then they don't necessarily buy into that long term. And there's loads of kind of like things with that and understandings that I'm not going to go into, but the main thing I really want to say is that making core knowledge and having a voting process on changes is so much better. If people really know that certain things are going to change, then it gives us an option to kind of go, hey, no, we don't really want to go into that. And at times it does feel like there's stuff that is not being mentioned. There's like this forum post here that says about, you know, frustrations where that Kabam would make changes to certain things that they feel they don't need to put in patch notes. But to other players and even myself, I think that's really important. When I used to play, and I'm probably going to pick up this game in the future, World of Tanks, I used to play it a lot. On my channel, it used to be one of the main things I used to play. Marvel Contest Champions was secondary to that. Anyway, doesn't matter. The main thing to really say is that when they did, Wargaming did a patch notes, they did everything they were changing. They had a sandbox server so players could like test it out and give feedback to the developer. Yes, we got a beta test now, and yes, that's fine. But the fact is, like in World of Tanks, similar to Marvel Contest of Champions, if you reduce down the armor of a tank, you were going to get hit. The same thing is like if I take a champion and remove a chunk of health or its ability to attack out. The same thing with a tank, like its damage potential is lower down. Champion, damage potential lower down. Then making those changes is then letting people know that, hey, just that, you know, this is the change going forward and this is the reason why, or even give them a chance to vote on it, but at least giving people knowledge that it has happened and not just waiting until people find out. That just isn't cool. Also, quick shout out to Q Lion of Zion, and a link to this Twitter post is in the description, because he points out that at the New York Comic Con last year, that Kabam not knew, well, technically they did know about it. I'm not mincing my words here, but I'm saying like they did know about this because they had Archangel going up against Maestro. So it's like, man, that's crazy. That's like they knew about this for a long time. Yeah, and should they have dealt it then? Then yeah, probably. As soon as the character was introduced, then do something about it, not kind of like wait as long as they have done, because look what it's done. It's like the player base has just theoretically turned back on the developer because of this. It's just not cool. I've never seen it in any other game before. I'm talking about all these kind of like silent nerfs and changes that haven't been really kind of like publicized. And yeah, we've got Drax. Yeah, can't bypass that astral evade. So bit disappointed now with that. Yeah, like there's a load of these like little micro changes which, you know, again, like Kabam may have said to themselves, right, well, we're changing 99% of things, but we're going to leave 1%. It's one rule for, it's like one rule for one rule for another. It's a very odd time, as I said, very odd time for the game and the developer and the relationship between developer and the customer base. Next up, and no surprise, we had Hulkbuster go for 19 million as a 5-star. And like, I could have awakened mine. Did I want to do that? No, I actually had a pretty relaxed weekend, so I was pretty happy with not doing much arena. Though I do have to do a lot more arena because I need a lot more units. Either way, the next thing is saying the standard Hulkbuster, a 4-star, went for just over 5 mil. And if I move out of the way, we'll see that Hulk went for 2 mil. 2 mil and 70,000, which is pretty cool. A lot of people went a bit higher than that, so expect about similar scores than we had drop in on Thursday, because like I don't think these will escalate that high. I'm not sure people will go, hey, I really want to push Hulkbuster to 20 mil, but I can imagine people will do that to be safe, and the same thing probably for Hulk with regards to just over 2.1 mil to be safe. And then if you want the 4-star Hulkbuster, which hey, people do nowadays, they don't, then just over about 5, okay, let's just say push it to about like 5 mil, 100,000, 5.1 mil, hey, why not? And next up, and it's going to go crazy for arenas, guys, absolutely crazy. I'm going to have to get grinding this weekend. Like, Loki, I want to awaken. I've got mine. I've never had him awakened. I thought, might as well. Unless I get him out of 4-star crystal opening coming soon. Any case, yeah, we've got Deadpool. I really can't give you an idea with Deadpool. There's every reason to say that the first one will go for anything around about 20 mil, especially if people buy into it. But at the same time, there's going to be people that want to get Domino, because Domino is actually pretty good. I haven't really kind of fully analysed her abilities, but they look very, very kind of like strong, so it could be a good option for people to go for. Even the 4-star, like, it's hard to say with so many arenas going on. It just really divides what people are doing. I'm all for it. I want so many battle chips, so many units out of this weekend. I will go ham, so I probably won't be recording any content. Maybe lots of live streams. That may be a thing, so maybe watch out for that. Loki probably won't go for anything much, maybe about 1.8 mil, maybe 2 mil to be safe. That's, if Hulk went for 2 mil, then yeah, like it could even go for like 1.5 to between 1.5 and 1.8, but I think 1.8 to be safe. And if you're being really sketchy, then 2 mil. With regards to Domino, hard to say with that champion. I'm not sure if the community is going to really welcome her as much. I don't know. I'm feeling that we haven't had time to really analyze her, so could go for anything around about 40 mil. Rather than the 50 to 60 mil we're currently experiencing. And Deadpool, yeah, like I said, hard to pinpoint with this one. I really want to see what round 1 looks like and give you more of an idea when it comes to round 2. But we'll see on Sunday or Monday whenever it drops with regards to the results. And the final story is MCOC Mods is back, and he's delivering us content based on the new champions coming in. So we've got the 5-star Gold Pool, we've got the Massacre, not the Massacre, but Massacre, which actually looks pretty darn decent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I quite like Massacre, but that's just like the fan of Incinerate and Bleed in me. Especially the L2 looks quite tasty. And also we've got Domino. So yeah, a lot of decent champions in here. The gold pool thing is like, I'm still like quite freaked out by it with regards to like playing with it. Like, you're playing with a solid piece of gold. It's like having an Oscar. You know, like the Oscars when they deliver the awards. It's like having one of those statuettes that you're playing with. Look at that, it's just so bloody weird. Either way, the links to this are in the description. You can get an idea with regards to abilities for this. So that has been your bumper Tuesday edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. Make sure you have the notifications on, so that's that bell icon, so that when the news comes up that you get to see it fresh in your subscription box. So, that would be great to support the channel. Remember, I'm live streaming whenever I can, so jump into a live stream, ask a question, chill out. Social media links are in the description as well. Anyway, catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.